Hey timeless gamers, Juan De Marcos here of 123 Go Retro. Unfortunately, I can't come to the show today, but I'm here to share a game for today's episode about disappointing game sequels. For me, it's going to be the Syphon Filter series. Syphon Filter is an action espionage game for the PlayStation, developed by 86 Studios and published by 989 Studios. It was released in 1998 as an answer to Metal Gear Solid by Konami Entertainment. So, in Syphon Filter, you play as a secret agent named Gabriel Logan. Was working for the agency, and he was sent to Costa Rica to learn more about a new bioweapon, the eponymous Syphon Filter, that was released in a jungle. So together with his partner Lian Singh, he discovered more about the virus, which led to a series of twists and betrayals. The first game was amazing. The graphics look great. Controls is fine. It uses the typical tank controls similar to the original Resident Evil series of games. The second game was a direct sequel to the original and was released in 2000, and it picked up months after the events of the first game, and it appears that the agency had several connections to various terrorist networks. So once again, Gabriel Logan became rogue agent and was out to clear his name. And it had the same mechanics as the first game and some updated graphics. The third game was released a year later and served as a prequel, as well as a sequel to the first two games. So here we have Logan being questioned by the US Senate for his actions and connections to the agency, and his former agency teammates are out to help him clear his name. Sadly, the series went awry when the succeeding sequels came up. First, it was Syphon Filter The Omega Strain, which was released for the PS2 in 2004, and it didn't pick up well onto the fans of the original trilogy. You no longer play as the main character protagonist Gabriel Logan, which became a complete departure to the original trilogy, and the story became a bit stale. Follow-up was released in the form of Syphon Filter Dark Mirror and was released for the PSP in 2006 and the PS2 in 2007. It had some major improvements and allowed you to once again play as the main character, Gabriel Logan. The story was a little interesting than the previous game, but the mission seems tedious and repetitive. The final game in the series was released in 2007 as Syphon Filter Logan Shadow for the PSP, and a port which came around 2010 for the PS2. Even though the PS3 was already out in the market, they didn't bother to release it in that system. The story focused on Lian Singh, was Logan's old partner. There seemed to be a little bit of a love triangle between the two added to the mix, but it didn't really pique the interest of the fans. And then the game ended with an open-ended scene where Logan was presumably shot to death by the main antagonist while he was off duty. So, the Syphon Filter series became dormant and no new games were released since Logan Shadow. I guess the main character's death must have been the final nail in the coffin for the developers, not being able to come up with a compelling story and lack of interest from the Syphon Filter fans. Although rumors have been circulating the web about a possible remake in 2003, but I don't think it will appeal much to the fans since gaming companies no longer make new action espionage games like Metal Gear Solid and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. And I believe the genre has been dead for half a decade now. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and shout out to everyone back in the studio. This is Juan De Marcos signing out.